The notion that Jesus wants us to be wealthy may seem contradictory to traditional Christian teachings, which often emphasize the importance of humility and modesty. However, a closer examination of the Bible reveals that Jesus' message is not about condemning wealth, but rather about using our resources to fulfill our purpose and live a life of abundance. In fact, Jesus teaches that our wealth is not just a physical or material blessing, but also a spiritual one. One of the key scriptures that support this idea is found in 3 John 1:2, which states, "Beloved, I pray that you may prosper in all things and be in health, just as your soul prospers." This verse clearly indicates that God's desire for us is to prosper in every area of our lives, including our finances. Jesus himself said, "I have come that they may have life, and that they may have it more abundantly." John 10:10. The word abundantly here implies a life of overflowing blessings, including financial wealth. Moreover, Jesus often used parables and stories to teach about the importance of wise financial management and stewardship. In the parable of the talents, Matthew 25:40-30, Jesus commends the servants who invested their master's money wisely and generated a return, while condemning the servant who buried his talent and failed to produce any increase. This parable teaches us that our wealth is a trust from God, and we are expected to use it to produce more wealth and blessings for others. It's also important to note that Jesus was not against wealth itself, but rather the love of money and the idolatry that can come with it. In the story of the rich young ruler, Mark 10:17-31, Jesus does not condemn the man's wealth, but rather his attachment to it. Jesus' command to the rich young ruler to sell his possessions and follow him was not a call to poverty, but rather a call to prioritize his relationship with God and use his wealth to serve others. In addition, the Bible teaches that our wealth is a tool for advancing God's kingdom and blessing others. In 2 Corinthians 9:6-11, Paul writes, "He who sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and he who sows bountifully will also reap bountifully. So let each one give as he purposes in his heart, not grudgingly or of necessity, for God loves a cheerful giver." This passage emphasizes the importance of generosity and using our wealth to bless others, which in turn will bring us joy and fulfillment. Furthermore, Jesus' teachings on wealth are not just about individual prosperity, but also about the collective well-being of the community. In Acts 2:44-45, we see the early Christian community sharing their resources and living in a spirit of radical generosity, where no one claimed that any of their possessions was their own, but they shared everything they had. This model of community and shared wealth is a powerful example of how Jesus' teachings on wealth can be applied in a way that benefits everyone. In conclusion, Jesus' message is not one of poverty or scarcity, but rather one of abundance and prosperity. He wants us to be wealthy, not just so that we can enjoy material blessings, but so that we can use our resources to fulfill our purpose, serve others, and advance God's kingdom. By adopting a biblical perspective on wealth, we can break free from the shackles of poverty and scarcity mentality, and live a life of true abundance and prosperity. As we prioritize our relationship with God and use our wealth to bless others, we will experience the true riches of life, which are found in our connection with God and our community. By doing so, we will be able to live a life that is truly prosperous, joyful, and fulfilling, which is exactly what Jesus wants for us.